guys, Patricia and Kaylin here, bringing you some information about the upcoming Yoga for Athletes intensive on June 11th through the 13th. So I'll be the lead instructor for this intensive, and my name is Patricia Bomar. I'm one of the co-owners here at Yoga Athletics, alongside Kaylin Evans, who's also my sister.
Hi, guys.
I've been coaching for about 17 years, I believe now. I was an athlete, a multi-sport athlete for about 14 years. My main sports were softball and basketball at the club level. I suffered quite a bit of injury, and so I decided to study kinesiology at A&M, and I earned a BS in that area. And while I was earning my degree at A&M, I also was studying the National Strength and Conditioning Association, Strength and Conditioning Coach certification. And I was a personal trainer, and I worked directly under the track and field coach at A&M. And so that's really what kind of helped start my path along this coaching route. I also worked for Cap Elite during the summers, where we trained a lot of collegiate, club, and professional athletes. I then went on to get my yoga certification, or several yoga certifications. I have my ERYT 500, and then also I have a functional movement certification as well. In order to kind of stay up to date with my CEUs, I kind of switched from the NSCA route and went to the NASM route, the National Academy of Sports Medicine. I got my certified personal training certification, fitness nutrition certification, and I'm currently working on a performance specialist certification as well. So that's not all to brag, but just to tell you where my education is coming from. I've been studying this stuff, biomechanics, my whole life, pretty much. And so I'm just here to share all of this information with you guys and help you learn to apply it to either yourself, your athletes that you're coaching, or maybe share it with your coaching staff. So like I said, I'll be the lead instructor, and Kaylin will also be stepping in to do some performance breathwork techniques at the end of the certification. So I'll let her talk on that a little bit.
Yeah, so my name is Kaylin Evans, and I played volleyball at Southeastern Louisiana for 4 years. And after college, I got into yoga. I started my own yoga practice and fell in love with it and wanted to bring it to athletes. And so I got my 200 teaching certification, and then went on and got my restorative and my yin certification, and then became a functional movement specialist, and then also a functional breathwork specialist. And so that's where I'm going to come in for the certification for you guys, is teaching you various breathwork techniques to do either before practices or games, during practices or games, or after practices and games, to help you as an athlete learn how to incorporate various breathing techniques to elevate your game. Or if you're an instructor or coach, how to teach breathwork to your athletes to help with stress levels, focus, and activation. That's all from me. So I'll let Patricia take it back over.
Yeah, so I get a lot of questions about, is this intensive right for me? Like, do I really need to make this investment and spend this time? What am I going to learn and how I'm going to apply it? So what we're really going to be covering can be applicable to an athlete specifically. So if you want to learn to better your game, this is a great intensive for you to attend, because we're going to be giving you the tools to learn what type of yoga to practice during your periodization schedule. If you're not an athlete at all, you just love to practice yoga, this can also apply to you as well, because you're going to get to deepen your practice, have a better understanding of alignment, injury, anatomy, and also we're going to be practicing quite a bit. So it'll just be a fun group to get to practice alongside of, and just deepen your understanding, like I said, and maybe one day help you to become an instructor yourself. And then if you are a yoga instructor, you're currently teaching people, you need to take this intensive, because I'm going to be giving you tools to understand the 4 different types of stretching that there are, and when you should be applying them to your training regimen. So not all yoga is good for athletes. And I'm going to be telling you why and what type of yoga is good and when you can be applying it to your students. So if you're not a yoga instructor and you're just like a personal trainer or a sports performance coach or maybe a basketball coach or a volleyball coach, I'm also going to be giving you the tools to actually learn sequences to give to your students after a practice or a tournament or a game or a strength and conditioning session. So literally teaching you how to bring some yoga techniques or recovery techniques to your athletes. So that's a little bit about who this is for and what you're going to learn. You're also going to be taking home some continuing education credits for this intensive. So if you are a yoga instructor, you will earn 15 Yoga Alliance CEUs for this intensive. If you are a personal trainer or strength coach, you are going to earn 1.3 CEUs with NASM or AFAA or NSCA if that is your governing body. So some of the specific objectives we're going to be covering in this intensive is, like I said, I want to offer you the best practices for incorporating yoga into a sport performance training regimen, whether that be your own or someone that you're teaching. And then how to properly practice yoga based on the off season, preseason, postseason, right, or in season. So I also want to educate you guys on the importance of functional movement itself and how to screen your clients. I'm going to be giving you the tools to screen your clients to help build a better sequence or program for them. We're also going to be going over some self-myofascial release techniques or SMR techniques. We love incorporating that here with some therapy balls. And then I'm also going to be covering the OPT model, which just stands for the Optimum Performance Training Model, and how that relates to yoga. And then finally, the LTAD model, which is just a long-term athletic development model. So really kind of learning how to cater to your students. And then most importantly, I'm going to teach you the right verbiage to make the messaging clear, because when you're speaking to athletes, it's a total different ballgame when you're speaking to the general public, right? They have a different kind of mindset. They have a different goal. They have a different body awareness level. And so we really need to learn how to articulate our cueing and help them to better understand how it's going to benefit them on the court or the field. So I'm going to be providing that to you. And then finally, we're going to get to actually practice a whole lot of yoga, some recovery techniques, and some breathwork techniques. So that'll be the fun piece of this whole program. So all you'll need to attend is a water bottle. We have a water bottle filler here. You will get thirsty. If you do get hungry or need snacks, this is the long intensive, you'll have to provide your own food. We do have all the yoga mats and props here. So if you're completely new to the yoga world, that's totally fine. If you're a coach, it's no big deal. We provide all of that. If you do prefer to use your own mat or props, you can bring those too as well. And then, like I said, because we're offering CEUs, after completion, you have to be in attendance for all 15 hours of this intensive. After completion, you will all be presented with a certificate, and you will submit that to your governing body to gain those credentials. So whether it's through Yoga Alliance, NASM, AFA, or NSCA. And then you will need to be physically able to participate in this intensive. We're not just going to be sitting in a classroom setting. We are going to be moving a lot. So if you are an athlete, a coach, or an instructor, I'm sure that you like that. You like to move. So it'll be super fun to sweat and move and learn kinesthetically through this intensive.
Yeah, and the investment is, we're doing a big early bird special that is $249. It ends on May 16th. And then our regular pricing goes up to $299 after May 16th. So if you want to join, we would love to have you. Make sure you can sign up and get that early bird pricing now and reserve your spot. You can go to our website, www.yogaathletics.com, and under the workshops tab, you can find the Yoga for Athletes intensive and find the link to join and register there.
And again, the intensive is Friday through Sunday, June 11th through the 13th. We'd love to have you. Hop on over to yogaathletics.com and sign up. We'll see you there, guys.
Bye.
Bye.